So people are right now, it's summer travel, the Summer Olympics. You think it's a little too soon, but probably not for the Olympics.
Definitely not for the Olympics. And really, if you were planning to go to Europe, certainly you want to be looking at those prices right now because of the traffic to London this summer. We could see some pretty high airfare prices. And if you were hoping to head to London, even not for the games, pretty high hotel prices as well.
Your tips are pretty specific about this, though, one of them being we should travel late.
If you do want to go to the games, skip the opening ceremony. A lot of the prices, especially for travel around that time, not even counting the Olympic tickets themselves, you're going to see higher prices for airfare, higher prices for hotels. We saw even just going for maybe the second half of the games, you're going to see maybe $100 or so drop in the airfare and $50 cheaper each night for the rooms.
But you missed the torch.
That's true.
You missed the torch.
But if you haven't gotten the tickets for that yet,
right.
Pretty slim chance you're going to get those at this point.
All right, I'll have to imagine it. Now, add on other stops. This sounds painful.
Well, I mean, normally you would think, okay, I don't want the layover, I don't want the extra flight time, but the experts are telling us that because of the traffic to London, we could see some pretty good travel deals to go to Paris, to go to Rome, to go to Dublin, a lot of these other basically tourism hotspots that you'd normally see during the summer. So pretty good idea to maybe extend your trip a little, take in a couple more sites, and then you can always hop on one of the low-cost fares into London and then hit the games.
So you get there, you got to have a place to stay in the hotels, obviously. You have kind of a crafty approach here. The booking and the rebooking, how does that
Book
fly?
and rebook. Very important at this point. We just saw that the London Games Committee released about 120,000 room nights that they had booked up for staff and other organizers that turns out they're not going to need. So the market is pretty good right now, but the experts are telling us that we're not going to see any sort of discounts up until the last minute when some of the hotels are maybe thinking, okay, we're really not going to sell those rooms. Right now, their still hopes are pretty high, so you're seeing full prices, maybe even a little bit of a premium there. So make your bookings now and then keep checking back to see if there's a better deal that pops up. Just definitely make sure when you're booking now that you are getting the refundable, cancelable room rate.
Right, the refundable, cancelable. Say that 5 times really fast. Do you get a sense from talking to the travel experts whether Americans are going to sort of dominate the out-of-country visitors to the games this year, or does it seem pretty split?
They said that really we're going to see people from everywhere. That's the expectation, why we might see some travel deals to other places, because a lot of Europeans who would be taking vacations might now go to London, and then of course all the American traffic that would normally be going to Europe during the summer, a lot of that's going to go to London as well.
Any websites, you're always very good at pointing out these, where we can go to find some of the best deals? Any websites really devoted to Olympic travel that you'd call out?
Nothing too specific for Olympic travel that we're seeing a lot yet, but faircompare.com usually pretty good for airfares. You'll see a lot of interesting deals there. In terms of the accommodations, check out visitlondon.com. Their official games organizers that's where they're sending a lot of people, so they have a pretty good sense of it.
But most of all, get started figuring it out now.
Yes, figure it out now. By May, prices are going to be even more higher than they are right now.
All right.